I think when you have a true rivalry, you could be on a team for a week and you still feel the passion and the fire of the fans, of what it means historically when you walk into a building for the Washington Redskins. That certain team was the Dallas Cowboys.
Just moments ago, Darrell Green, playing in his last game as a Redskin, was inducted into the Redskin Hall of Fame.
My motivation and what I preached the entire week to the team and to the group was, there's no way that we can allow Darrell Green to leave with a loss to Dallas. Well, at that point in time, we had lost consecutively for years against the Dallas Cowboys. So coming into the game, there was this air of arrogance that they would just beat the Washington Redskins.
Dave Campo said something pretty proficient this week. He said, if the Redskins can't beat us this week, they may never beat us.
There are a lot of aspects, to this game. Historically, obviously, you had Darrell Green on the Redskins side, but from the Cowboys' vantage point, nobody really knew what was going to happen with Emmitt Smith.
And could this be the last for Emmitt Smith in a Cowboy uniform?
People just didn't know what his future was. Is he going to retire? Is he going to stay with the Cowboys?
Playing against Emmitt Smith and knowing that it could have been his last game as a Cowboy, we knew that they were going to try to get him involved.
Smith, take it down and a fumble.
We rode an emotional high going into that game, and I don't know that any running back that day they would have been able to have a ton of success.
And the pitch is back to Emmitt, who is hit by Carl Powell and LaVar Arrington.
I watched every game of Emmitt Smith's career, and I've seen Emmitt Smith struggle before, but it was pretty bad.
Pitch back to Emmitt, and there is nothing there. No chance.
Emmitt Smith was not playing with a good line, and to make up for it, you got a quarterback that can't even post a 80 passer rating, so no one's got to respect the passing game either.
And Hutchinson is down again, the ball's loose, and there's a scramble. I think the Redskins have it.
We were having so much. It was a ton of fun.
That's your classic force out.
Hutchinson, blitz coming, got no chance.
And I think LaVar, although he might not say it, I think he probably gave a little something extra against the Cowboys.
Yeah, Hutchinson, he had a rough day that day.
LaVar Arrington put the heat on Hutchinson, who never saw him coming.
For Darrell Green, he really is the kind of guy that it's about the body of work. And there's no play that he could have had in that last game against the Cowboys that was ever going to wipe away, to me, one of the greatest defensive plays in NFL history, which also, incidentally, came against the Cowboys in Washington his rookie year on Monday Night Football.
Draw play, Dorsett, and look out. This could be bye-bye.
Tony Dorsett breaks it to the outside.
He has great speed down the sideline.
Darrell Green comes from off the picture. Like, he's not even on the TV screen.
Tony Dorsett.
And look who caught him.
And Tony Dorsett goes down. Only one man on the field could catch him. Darrell Green, the world-class sprinter from Texas A&I.
Tony Dorsett gets up and looks around like, what happened?
He did make up some ground too, Frank. Darrell got a late start, and man, what speed he showed coming across, because Tony, I'll tell you, he ran a 10:08 100 meters, and that was second only to Carl Lewis a year ago.
So let me tell you, no matter what play Darrell Green would have made in his last game, this was more of a celebration game.
Champ Bailey back deep.
Champ Bailey and Darrell Green, a little bit different players. Champ Bailey a little bigger. Darrell Green was a small guy. Both of them had great speed.
Reverse to Darrell Green.
You've got a fourth-year player lateraling to a 20-year player.
One already a Hall of Famer. I believe Champ Bailey is a surefire Hall of Famer as well.
And Darrell Green sets sail. He's got a lane. He's got the kicker to beat. Somebody blocked the kicker. slowed him up enough or he was gone.
It was almost like a passing of the mantle.
It was a passing of the torch moment.
Amazing. 42 years old, 20 years, a cornerback. Look at that.
What we realized very quickly in that game was when we needed a big play, big plays were happening. And I can remember Bruce was getting off the ball. Bruce was getting close. Bruce Smith was having his moments. And in that particular play, Bruce got off of the ball.
Hutchinson.
Bruce Smith, the all-time sack leader.
Back goes Hutchinson, sets up at the 5, hit, drops the football.
And then I saw the ball come out, and all I could think of was that's my ball. There's no way I'm not getting this ball.
Ball goes in the end zone. That's a fumble.
I scooped that ball. Everything was quiet. Then once I realized that it was a touchdown, I jumped up, and the crowd started going wild.
And LaVar Arrington, who scored the touchdown, Bruce Smith made the hit. Hutchinson never saw it coming.
It was just emblematic of the Cowboys season.
It was one of the highlights of my career for me in terms of single plays.
That's Arrington's second fumble recovery today.
The Redskins let the clock run, and they have broken that streak of 10 in a row by Dallas. And a fitting day and a fitting way for Darrell Green's career to come to an end.
I don't know what it meant for everybody else, but for someone who bled burgundy and gold as a player, and again, what Darrell Green meant to me in my development, it was just a very overwhelming moment to see him so happy and to know that it meant a whole lot.
It's been a great ride, and I know I'm not going to be able to thank everyone, but the obvious is there's no way that I could be who I am without all of you.
We didn't win a championship. We weren't going to the playoffs. We didn't spoil the Cowboys season. It was just what one man meant to another.
I couldn't have asked for anything greater.